Unlock Daily Initiative: How CEOs Turn Teams into Owners. You've got a talented team, but they're stuck in neutral, waiting for you to tell them what to do next. Your day turns into a steady stream of bottlenecks, and if you're honest, the bottleneck is you. I'm Gary Takacs, founder of CEO University, where CEOs go to grow through confidential peer advisory boards and real-world leadership development. Around our CEO tables, we see this challenge all the time. Teams that are capable of more but wired to wait for direction instead of taking initiative. In this video, I'll walk you through 3 practical mindset shifts that help you unlock daily initiative, so your team stops acting like order takers and starts acting like owners. The first shift we work on with CEOs at CEO University is radical self-awareness. We say we want initiative, but we often send mixed signals. We micromanage, we jump in to fix small mistakes. We supply all the answers. Without realizing it, we train our teams to wait for us. This isn't about blame, it's about clarity. Ask yourself, where might my need for control be limiting my team's growth? Here's a simple habit many of our board members adopt. Every morning, pick one project and do a 2-minute what-if exercise. Ask, what if I didn't solve this for them? What if I truly trusted my team to own this? That tiny pause creates the space your people need to step up, make decisions, and build real ownership. The second shift is the courage to be first. In our peer advisory boards, we see that initiative is contagious. But someone has to start the chain reaction. Being first means you're the first to share a rough idea, not a perfect one. You're the first to say, I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. You're the first to volunteer for the tough assignment. Most teams are frozen by a fear of failure. They wait for certainty that never comes. When you act despite uncertainty, you reframe failure. Failure stops being an endpoint and becomes a learning step. You show your team that action is the cure for anxiety. Try this with your team, or even in your next CEO University board meeting. Ask, what's a small risk we can take today that has a low downside but a potentially huge upside? When your people see you living that be first mindset, they feel permission to move, experiment, and own outcomes. The third shift is leading with empowering questions. If you want people to bring solutions, your communication has to change. As CEOs in our groups quickly learn, your role is less director and more coach. Next time someone brings you an issue, resist the urge to jump straight to the answer. Instead say, thanks for bringing this to me. What are 2 possible solutions you've thought of, and which one do you recommend we go with? That one question signals trust. It forces critical thinking. It turns them from a reporter of problems into an owner of solutions. Here's another question. What's one thing in this project that isn't good enough yet, and what's your plan to make it 10% better by tomorrow? You are giving explicit permission to improve, act, and lead. Let's bring this together. First, radical self-awareness. See where you might be the bottleneck and intentionally create space for your team to lead. Second, courage to be first. Model proactive behavior and treat failure as part of learning, not something to fear. Third, empowering questions. Stop being the answer key and start coaching your people to own the solutions. This kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen faster when you're not leading alone. At CEO University, we use confidential peer advisory boards and structured leadership tools to help CEOs build stronger cultures. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you're a CEO or business owner, visit ceou.org to learn more. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and share one way you're going to be first this week with your team and in your leadership. Remember, great leaders don't create followers, they create other leaders. Unlock the full potential of your organization today.